Across the Anatolian plateau, time has woven a rich story. Empires have come and gone, leaving traces of their existence. Among these traces are the wooden hypostyle mosques, quiet guardians of a past era. These amazing buildings, made from wood, give us a peek into the heart of medieval Anatolia. In a land where stone and brick usually tell the story of holy places, these wooden sanctuaries are different. They show the skill and artistry of the Seljuk Turks. Because they are so important, these mosques were recently added to the UNESCO World Heritage List in September 2023. They aren't just places to worship, they're living museums, whispering stories of faith, craftsmanship, and the passing of time. Their wooden frames, carefully made and decorated, show a deep respect for nature and skill in using its resources. Each mosque, with its own special character and history, invites us on a journey of discovery, a trip into the heart of Anatolian heritage. Join us as we explore the stories etched into their wooden beams, the echoes of prayers that have filled their walls for centuries. The story of the wooden hypostyle mosques is connected to the rise of the Seljuk Empire, a powerful force that spread across Persia and Anatolia in the 11th century. Under Seljuk rule, Anatolia experienced a rebirth of culture, a mix of artistic traditions from the east and west. The Seljuks, who loved art and architecture, left a lasting mark on the region's buildings. They blended Persian, Armenian, Byzantine, and Syrian influences into a unique and vibrant style. While Seljuks across their large empire often used brick, in Anatolia, stone became their main building material for big structures. However, among all the stone buildings, the wooden hypostyle mosques stand out as a special and remarkable example of Seljuk ingenuity. Using wood in these mosques, though unusual, wasn't entirely new. The result was a beautiful mix of Seljuk grandeur and Anatolian craftsmanship, seen in the tall wooden frames and detailed wooden decorations of the hypostyle mosques. Imagine walking into a huge hall filled with soft light coming through intricately carved wooden screens. Rows of tall wooden pillars, decorated with geometric patterns and flower designs, rise up to hold the ceiling. This is hypostyle architecture, a style that uses many columns to create large, open spaces. The word hypostyle comes from the Greek words hypo, under, and style, pillar, which describes this style perfectly. In the wooden hypostyle mosques, the hypostyle system is unique. Using wood as the main building material makes these spaces feel warm and cozy, a feeling you don't often find in mosques made of stone or brick. The wooden frames, often left uncovered, show the intricate joints and craftsmanship. The spaces between the columns are often decorated with wooden screens, called mashrabiyah, which let air in while filtering light and creating privacy. Using many columns allowed for large prayer halls without needing huge walls or arches. Besides their clever design, the wooden hypostyle mosques show the artistic skill and craftsmanship of the Seljuk era. In the middle of Afyonkarahisar, a city full of history and famous for its hot springs, stands the Grand Mosque. It shows the lasting legacy of Seljuk architecture. Built in the 13th century, this mosque is like a beautiful piece of music made of wood. Its tall wooden frame and intricate carvings show the skill of Anatolian craftsmen. Stepping into the Grand Mosque is like entering a giant wooden ship. Its large prayer hall is supported by rows of huge cedar columns, each one a work of art. The inside is bathed in a warm, soft glow, with sunlight coming through carved wooden screens on the upper levels. The mihrab, the niche showing the direction of Mecca, is a masterpiece of wood carving, decorated with geometric patterns and verses from the Quran. The Grand Mosque of Afyonkarahisar isn't just a place of worship. It's a living museum. Every detail tells stories of faith, artistry, and the passage of time. In busy Ankara, Turkey's capital city, stands the Aslanhani Mosque, a quiet guardian that has seen history unfold. Built in the 13th century during the rule of the Seljuk Sultan Kaykubad I, this mosque shows the architectural skill and artistic sense of that time. Its name, Aslanhane, means lion's den, named after the stone lion sculpture that once stood in its courtyard, a symbol of Seljuk power. Unlike the Grand Mosque in Afyonkarahisar, which is mostly made of wood, The Aslanhani Mosque uses a mix of styles and materials. Its tall minaret is made of brick, but the prayer hall is a beautiful example of wooden construction. Rows of massive wooden pillars, carved with geometric patterns and flower designs, hold up the ceiling, creating a feeling of grandeur and peace. The Aslanhan Mosque's unique mix of architectural styles, combining Seljuk grandeur with Anatolian craftsmanship, makes it a truly remarkable building. On the shores of Lake Bezahir, surrounded by beautiful nature, stands the Esrefoglu Mosque, a masterpiece of Seljuk architecture and a testament to the lasting power of faith. Built in the 13th century by the Anatolian Beylik ruler Suleiman II, this mosque is famous for its beautiful wood carving. Its intricate details show the skill and artistry of the craftsman. The mosque's name, Esrefoglu, means son of Ashraf, honoring Suleiman II's father. Stepping into the Esrefoglu Mosque is like stepping back in time. The inside is a beautiful mix of wood and light. Its tall wooden frame, made from cedar and juniper wood, seems to defy gravity. The mosque's most striking feature is its intricately carved wooden minbar, the pulpit where the imam gives sermons. The Esrefoglu Mosque, with its peaceful lakeside setting, beautiful wood carving and tranquil atmosphere, shows the lasting legacy of the Seljuk era. In Sivrihisar, a town full of history and surrounded by the Anatolian plains, stands the Grand Mosque, another example of the lasting legacy of Seljuk architecture. Built in the 13th century, this mosque is a symbol of faith. Its tall wooden frame represents humanity's desire to reach for the heavens. The inside is a masterpiece of hypostyle architecture. Its large prayer hall is supported by rows of massive wooden pillars, each showing the skill and artistry of the Seljuk craftsman. The inside is bathed in a warm, soft glow, with sunlight filtering through intricately carved wooden screens on the upper levels. The mihrab, the niche showing the direction of Mecca, is a masterpiece of wood carving, decorated with geometric patterns and verses from the Quran. The Grand Mosque of Sivrihisar isn't just a place of worship, it's a living museum. Every detail tells stories of faith, artistry, and the passage of time. It has been a place for prayer, learning, and community gatherings. Nestled in the rolling hills of Kasaba, a town known for its natural beauty and history, is the Mahmut Bey Mosque, a hidden treasure of Seljuk architecture. Built in the 13th century by the local ruler Mahmut Bey, this mosque shows the harmony between nature and art that was typical of the Seljuk era. The mosque's most striking feature is its intricate wood carving, decorated with designs inspired by the plants and animals of the area. Stepping into the Mahmut Bey Mosque is like entering a peaceful forest clearing. The inside is a beautiful mix of wood and light, with its tall wooden frame made from local cedar and juniper wood. The Mahmut Bey Mosque, with its peaceful setting, intricate wood carving, and calm atmosphere, shows the lasting legacy of the Seljuk era. The wooden hypostyle mosques of Anatolia, with their tall wooden frames, intricate wood carvings, and peaceful atmospheres, show the lasting legacy of the Seljuk era. Their inclusion on the UNESCO World Heritage List in 2023 shows their global importance, ensuring they will be protected and preserved for future generations. These mosques, scattered across the Anatolian plateau, offer a glimpse into a past era, a time when the Seljuk Empire thrived, leaving a lasting impact on the region's culture and architecture. They remind us of the power of human creativity, the enduring spirit of faith, and how important it is to preserve our shared heritage. As we look toward the future, these mosques serve as guides, helping us appreciate the past. The wooden hypostyle. Mosques of Anatolia are not just relics of a bygone era, they are living proof of the enduring power of human ingenuity and the lasting spirit of faith.